Hey, Orange One here. So we are starting up our next episode, and I actually already recorded this episode, added audio to it, and then the file was corrupted. So here I am adding in audio again a second time. I really enjoyed this footage, so I don't really mind it too much, but it is frustrating when that happens to you. But yeah, this is like similar to what I did last time, sped up times 2 for most of the waiting parts, and then slowed down for the kills. Let me know if you guys like this format, or if you guys don't mind, I might start just uploading the combat. If you really want the commentary, just let me know, because I'd be happy to do that. I've just had a lot less time to record than I thought I would. You know, living in someone else's house, it's kind of hard to find that time, but we're making it work as best we can. And then I lose like 40 minutes of recording. Actually, it was actually an hour 20 minutes to recording, because I also had a Cataclysm episode that I'd mostly recorded. But you guys don't want to hear me complain, do you? You want to see me take out some frontiersmen like that, right? God, I just love that tomahawk, but it seems to fly a little bit too fast, you know? Just like seems to instantly take them out as soon as it leaves your hand. So yeah, I think that basically probably what's going to happen, because I know a lot of people do like me adding in commentary, is that we're probably going to do some stuff like this. Unless I go viral with my just no commentary video, I might also upload. And then I'll just do that. That's the game plan, at least. Oh man, I gotta say, this game I've been just obsessing over it. It's so much fun to just sneak around like this. Like, I myself, I'm a big dude, so I'm not very sneaky. I love these types of games with like hit and run tactics, and I think that, you know, you're pretty much invisible when you're crouching. But to be fair, someone actually crouching in a bush would be kind of hard to see. It does seem a little bit overdone though. When you're on top of someone, they're like, they don't even see you or smell you or anything. It's been really interesting for me, like, playing this game, and I've been just kind of like, I'm living up in the Northwest now, but I'm from California, so it's kind of like I've just recently immigrated up here, you know, which is interesting. I mean, I grew up, I was an immigrant, but I think it's a little bit different coming as a young child versus an older person, when you're like so much more aware of like society and like history and everything. It's just kind of weird also coming up as a Californian, because there's so much hate for people from California. They just, there's this whole concern that they're overpopulating and causing all the traffic and everything, but it's not so bad. It's not as bad as the frontiersmen and what they did to the native people, right? But yeah, it's kind of interesting, because where I was teaching, it was predominantly a white community. There was a sizable amount of Hispanic students, but I'm so excited to be teaching in a more diverse community, which I know sounds like a weird thing, but hear me out. Here's why. So when I was teaching in like Central Oregon, there's this a number of students were really obsessed with Korean pop. I think I've talked about this before, but um, one of them saw like an Asian guy at some conference and was just like, oh, an Asian. And it was just like, so, I just felt so weird when they said that and acted that way. And we're just like, they were just so thrown off by someone that was different than them. They couldn't even control it. And it was just so weird. And that's the primary reason that I don't really like living in a not diverse population, is that you just get kind of weird around people who are different than you. And like, Then when I came up here, I saw that my school had a significant Asian population, and I was so excited. I mean, not because of because of stereotypical Asian student tropes or whatever. I was just excited to have something a little bit more different. Because like I've found myself like when I had that school, I was like, oh man, Asian students, and then I thought about it, I was like, that was pretty much what my student did that one time, just like on a different level. And I felt really like guilty and almost like dirty for even having that thought. I don't know. It was just kind of weird. But I do have to say that Portland's gonna be interesting. I'm excited about it, but it's gonna be so different than what I'm used to. I mean, just like little things like do you have to be on a team? How many teams are there? It's like my old school, like everyone was on a team. There was a team for everything. There was like a tech team, all kinds of crazy teams. Okay, watch this. This is pretty sweet. Nice. Dude sees that, right? Before he even gets to say anything, he gets taken out with another one as well. I mean, how can you not like that? How is that not incredible? And you know, if you've been watching this, you know that those shots are not easy to pull off in this game. They don't give them to you. You actually have to get those shots. Unfortunately, someone's found the bodies, and now they're all gonna be running around like chickens with their head cuts off. Oh, by the way, there's a reason there's like 20 of them or whatever. I was gonna count how many kills I got, but I've already forgotten to do that. I think it's around 20. It's pretty up there. Um, and it's almost flawless. By the way, I was gonna say the patrols, they are something that the more aggressive you play this game, the more people you just go out and kill, the more they just kind of hang out at bases and just glob up together. So it seems like they're just making it harder for you to take any of them out by hanging out with each other, essentially. But you can kind of lure them out a little bit. You know, you can kill off a couple here and there as long as they don't actually see you. You can just kind of then the ones that go off and give chase, you can isolate them and just go full Rambo on them. I mean, I'm not saying traps or anything, but when I say full Rambo, I mean like the first Rambo. I think of specifically those guys chasing him in the woods and him like setting traps and like ambushing them and whatnot. Though if you remember, Rambo actually doesn't kill anyone besides that one guy, and that was an accident because he just was provoking him. He just injures them. He doesn't actually want to kill anyone, which is the crazy thing. In the first one, I know I watched like Rambo 4 or whatever in the movies. Not the case. Definitely killing a lot of people. I think I went when I was like just getting out of high school, and it was so weird. Like everyone was cheering every time he killed someone. I was like, this is kind of strange. But I'm saying that as I'm like going in and just trying to take out a camp of 20 plus people. But it's what must be done to make this land my land again. And you have to think like this dude's pretty nuts. Who's fighting back? Like overwhelming odds, just comes in and just like quietly assassinates huge groups of people, and they just keep on coming. There just keeps on being more and more. You gotta get quiet for that, right? Another headshot. I mean, I feel like I was just so on point with the arrows. Those three shots, all three of them were not the easiest of shots, and they weren't like crazy difficult shots, but still, I thought they demanded a little respect. And look, now we can hide behind one of these outcroppings or something. I think that's what I did. Yeah, I just kind of watched them for a little while. Yeah, throw rock skills so critical. That always bothers me when you do something like that and they see the rock flying, they don't always investigate where the rock was thrown from, which is like, I don't know, super annoying for me. It's like you just saw the rock get thrown. Why would you go towards where it lands when you want to check out where it's thrown from? Though I have my suspicion that might be how it works in this game. Oh, look at that knight encroaching on us. That's pretty cool. I do have a suspicion that possibly the stealth in this game might work that way. Where they if they see a stone, they might go for where it's thrown from, you know? You think we can do it? We did it. Oh man. So rewarding. And I never use this. I never hide the bodies because I found that they act as good like bait, you know? But it looks like you can get arrows off of things that you've been carrying, which is good to know. It's good to know that that wasn't just like left on the ground somewhere. I think that when I actually was playing this, this was a little bit more than an hour of gameplay, but it got condensed down to about 40 minutes, which is pretty good, cutting out 20 minutes of filler. But you see what I mean? These little rock outcroppings, you can totally see them and they can't see you. And I feel a little bit gamey by doing this because it's like I'm using my third person camera to see them, and realistically you can't do that. I like to imagine my character's actually up against the rock, just barely peeking over. But we do have a little bit better vision than we really should around corners due to that third person camera. And that slowed down time. And that headshot, always good. And you may have noticed that before we actually engaged these guys, I looked behind us. I was trying to figure out an escape route. And so I figured out I can get this between us and them and get then this tree between us and them. And look, there's people right there. And you can hear them. I was definitely on edge about that dude right there. So I figured, okay, well, I'll fall back a little bit more. If they do come for us, they'll be spread out a little bit at least, you know, better than engaging them all right then and there. I think there was probably 10 or so of them left. I have actually gotten a number of recordings like this already done, like the next day after doing this gameplay recording. I think I got another 2 or 3 like this done. But like I said, I'm not sure if I want to do the commentary or not. It's just going to slow things down if I do need to do commentary. Like I could probably get those other ones out on time on my 3-day rotation without commentary. But if you want commentary added to it, it's going to take a little bit more time, unfortunately. I've just found that, you know, the Kenshi is the one that I really get the views from. So I want to keep that one going. Regular uploads. And I just think Cataclysm deserves to have regular uploads. Don't get me wrong, I've been obsessing over this game, but I'm not sure how you guys would feel about it. I mean, if this goes viral, sure, I may table the other ones. But I've got a feeling that that's probably not going to happen, seeing how this game is a pretty small community right now. And it should be bigger. I mean, honestly, this game is amazing. You know, we got a good enough bow that we can do 2 shots to take them out, but then they do yell out like that if we're not careful. And look, those guys are even running towards us. But like I said, just kite them over, find some good little ridge to hide behind, maybe some bush. And here I crossed over the road so that we could at least see them crossing the road, or that open field. basically, if they're gonna chase after you, you want to be able to see them and them not to be able to see you. And as you can see here, I'm still able to see them in the distance. And I did upload this before they changed the spyglass. So if you actually play this game, you're probably like, hey, how come your spyglass wasn't all broken? This is like OG. This land is my land way back when. I think they just added the ability to settle new places. And they were just about to add that one feature when I uploaded this, or when I recorded this. By the time I upload it, they're gonna have the spyglasses on, so that it actually looks like what it looks like now that you're listening to this. It's kind of weird talking to someone in the future. If you think about it, you're actually talking to someone in the past right now. You're like a time traveler. Yeah, I think I was saying something about the third person. I do really enjoy stealth games with first person, like Metro Exodus, but it really is annoying when someone spots you and you're like, I was covered up, and you don't actually see your character's body because you tell yourself from first person that you're covered when you're not really, you know? Oh yeah, I remember this. I was just checking things out. There's quite a few of them still here at camp. There's I'd say 7 or so. Around 7. But we do have a meat trap here, meat bait. So we can get some, if we put that down, then some bears or wolves or something will get attracted to that spot. So if we just dip out of there quickly, there should be a bear that comes in and aggroes those lumberjacks, whoever they are. Oh, did you see that? Was that like a fox or something? Whatever it was, it's getting shot now. That voice, right? Oh man, I've got all this long list of stuff that I need to do. I'm totally procrastinating it. I shouldn't be. I'm gonna get chewed out for it. I know I am. I've got like, man, this summer I've got like this list of like, it's like pages long. I don't even know the number. It's like pages long of things I need to do, like getting a new credit card and new tires and oh man, all that boring stuff. And it's just staring at me. I want to get this done first in the morning. We'll see how that works out. Oh, I wanted you guys to hear just all the shots that are going off because it sounds like there's a good opportunity here. But missed them. There's 3 people there and we missed all 3 of their heads. And he did say enemy right there, but he didn't actually see us. I think he was talking about the animal or something. Do you hear that? Yeah, there's that bear. Oh man, some of these kills are pretty sweet at the end here. I kind of get a little bit ballsy, a little bit confident. Just saw that guy's not muzzle. What do you call it? But those guys totally saw us just shoot that guy. And someone just shotgunned us. Luckily though for us is that I've been studying the landscape, so I've got a pretty good idea of what we have around us in terms of cover. We're pretty open in this field. But the fact that we got across the field and they didn't see us cross it, pretty good sign that we're okay. Oh yeah, and then there's these 2 dudes running towards us. What do you think we're gonna do? I was pretty happy with this. Look at that, out of nowhere. And his second one just jumped out of the bushes and headshot 2 guys. If that's not cinematographic, I don't know what is. And then there's like bullets whizzing past us, hitting the ground around us. That was pretty sweet. Come on. Doesn't get much better than that. I would like it though if you, when you got some kills, if it would maybe give you a little bit of focus back so you could just like chain reaction that, kind of like there's a Fallout perk that's like that. I forgot exactly what it's called. We'll just loop around. There were a couple of those guys down there. Might as well have our Colts with full rounds. You know, I love games like this because it gets me curious about a topic and then I want to know more about it. And I actually looked up about like Colts and repeating rifles because well, I wanted to know what guns should be available and if this was historically accurate. And actually it's not the worst. I mean, when Native Americans were being killed off, I always thought of like cowboy repeater rifles, kind of like what they have in New Vegas, but no, they totally had ball and musket ones, especially early on. In this game, I don't know if it takes place in a particular year because it's like you're a generic Native American tribe in a generic area. Survive, you know, fight back or not. And gosh, what was I saying? Yeah, so the guns, I like totally looked it up and like the army had like repeater rifles around 1860 which was, you know, Civil War time, but that was also when people were really pushing west. And so there were a couple of those rifles around, but it was mostly in the hands of the military. I'd imagine the super rich might have some as well. But like just some loggers and stuff, they'd probably be carrying around some old tech. Unfortunately, for guys like this, they don't have real guns. A lot of them. At least here on the frontier. I don't know. I think that as you get closer to the civilized parts where they actually are kind of spawning from, like the cities and whatnot, they probably have repeating rifles, but these poor hicks, no, they do not. You know, I actually have a hat that was pretty similar to Rodrigo's there. I use it when I do like work in the sun, which I'm probably gonna do later today, do some yard work. I should probably be doing that now while it's cool, but I can't. And I'm just doing this when I have a chance to be honest. There's always other chores that I need to do, and I will do them. I'll do them later. I tell myself I'm not a procrastinator, but I am for some things. Like, I'm a procrastinator when I've got 2 pages worth of stuff I need to do. I do like how they have this animated in the game, like some dude just taking a leak. Definitely something you kind of want to have a little bit of privacy for. I know me personally, I do. Probably not the best idea though, as after like 10 people have been killed by some lone ranger character. You think you're safe with your Colts, but you're not. And we're getting pings all around us that there's people around us. See, if it wasn't for that, I'd be so screwed. I'd never be able to take out this many of them. And maybe I would, but I'd have to play the game quite differently, a little bit less risky, a little less running out in the open field. Like that dude right there. We should be able to get them. See, throw rock. There it is. I've told you it's absolutely critical. Oh, I remember this one. This one is also a pretty good takeout. That dude's down. Check this out. It doesn't even hit us. Right? He did take a shot, so I got a little bit nervous that someone else might have noticed us, but it looks like we're clear. We look pretty good. There's another dude right there, though. I don't think he's running, though, so I don't think he actually even heard us. He's by himself. It's always a good thing. We do have one more arrow. There's this other dude that we took down, but no, it wasn't him. Where are those arrows? I think that's what I was looking for right now. There's some dude that should have been out on the road somewhere. Yeah, near this guy. I'm not seeing it. It's whatever. Yeah, I would like that pistol accuracy. Seeing how we got 2 headshots recently, I got a feeling I'm gonna like using that skill. And that double headshot, God, that was one of my more favorite things I've done in this game. And Far Cry has some ridiculous cinematographic like things that you can do in that game. Like your chain takedowns and all that cool stuff. I love Far Cry, man. I had a little series that I did of like stealth footage. It didn't do very good. I only got like 20 views each, but I thought I did really good footage. I really enjoyed like the stealth gameplay. I mean, it wasn't Stealth Gamer BR or whatever his name is, but it was pretty good. I mean, it's like, I don't know, sometimes I like to watch myself play.
Please leave me alone.
See, that's a moment in the game there where I'm like, oh man, I should have gone and knocked him out, intimidated him, but it was just kind of, my blood was growing. It's kind of hard when you're in the middle of combat to be like, no, I'm gonna leave this guy, leave him alive. They kind of talk about that in The Walking Dead. It's kind of hard to leave prisoners, you know, that's like a mark of civilization or something. Honestly, it's not the easiest thing to do when there's less than savory enemies of yours, you know? Oh, dude, that guy clipped us there. Well, it's a good thing we got a pistol, right? He's put his gun down. Yeah, if you haven't got that ready, then sorry, bud. It's not gonna be your day. You do have to. I do like the blood in this game. They did a really nice job. They didn't overdo it, but it's nice when you see that. It reminds me though a little bit of like Fallout. When I first played Fallout, the dismemberment really messed with me. I really did not like that. It was just too violent for me. It was just too graphic. I think I was like 13 or so when I was playing Fallout 3 for the first time. Maybe 14 or 15. No, I was like 14 or 15. But anyways, the heads exploding and everything was just, oh man, it was so gross for me. I just could, it like literally made my stomach churn a little bit. And now I'm like talking to like some of my students, like little 6th graders. I remember I was talking to them when Fallout 4 came out, and they were just telling me about like blowing off everyone's heads and stuff. And I was like, dude, like, not okay. I love games, I love shooters, but the fact that there's a 10-year-old talking about heads exploding, I don't know. It didn't seem right to me. That being said, I do really enjoy that in Fallout now. When I'm playing Fallout 4 and you're going and taking out raiders or the Brotherhood of Steel or someone that you just are like, oh, I just hate this faction. There's a weird satisfaction that you get from that. I wouldn't mind it if this game had a little bit of it, but I don't know. I feel like that's asking for one more thing from these poor indie developers that have already made an amazing game. Like, honestly, if you're one of the developers of this game, amazing work. You guys did phenomenal. And I'm hoping to do like some actual flawless footage and get it uploaded, but so far what I've recorded hasn't been flawless. It's been pretty good. You know, I'm pretty happy with this. And a couple other outposts that are like this as well that were pretty good, and I was happy with them, but nothing that I would call truly flawless. So there's 1, 2, 3 that we can see. Now they're shooting at something. Not us though, luckily. This ×2 voice is so funny. I do have to admit I've gotten really, really sick of the dialogue that happens between the NPCs. Them talking about their wife's hip or leg getting broken and what brought you here? Or I brought my fiddle, wanna listen? Man, they say that like those two things probably like you probably hear that like 6 times if you're actually doing stealthy gameplay. It gets really, really old really fast. Ooh. Another 2 right there. Probably a good thing we didn't throw the tomahawk, right? Would have thrown a tomahawk straight at like 4 guys. Would not end well. So I think there was 5 that we know of that are around here. Sorry, I gotta sneeze. Just give me a second. I'm gonna mute it. Okay, so they definitely heard that, saw that, whatever. They know that we're here. We're around here. They don't know exactly where we're at. Until this guy showed up and ruined the whole party. I don't know if he shot us or if someone behind us shot us. I'm not sure. That dude definitely just hit us. We got some misfires, unfortunately. I'm not sure what pistols we're carrying with us, but I'm pretty sure that's our only one. I was just taking a breather there because I needed to just think. Like, should I run? Should I hold the ground? Yeah, I decided to hold the ground. 1 shot in our pistol left. And basically, if we dive out and we get hit once, we're dead. So I figured, what are we less likely to get hit by? Knowing that there's like 3 or 4 of them left or something like that. And realistically, probably should have tried to sneak out. Look at this. I hate this. Like, the dude's not even in front of us and we're getting that thing triggered. It just triggers a little too early when you're too far away from them. I almost ate that meat too, but I would get rid of our stamina. And we don't have time to get rid of stamina. I think they're shooting where we were. See what I mean about looking around the corners? It's like we just have a completely unfair advantage by being able to do this. I like know that dude's right there. And we can just stop him from reloading. Or stop him from even getting his gun readied. Like, if they've got their gun down, I'm totally concentrating and seeing what we can do. Look at that. We're pretty much out of concentration by the time that we actually even get shots off. See, like, if our concentration hadn't been blown there, we probably could have just headshotted him. Now he's coming for us. Or not. See, the poor guy, like, he can't see around corners.
Enemy right there.
I mean, if he could, he definitely wouldn't be running towards us. Oh yeah, that happened. I think that was actually a message that we were running out of storage space. I should have listened to that and realized, oh, I'm really low on storage space. Don't worry, I've cleared it all up and deleted it and it's fine now, but definitely was not. Now thinking back to it, I probably should have tried to sneakily take that dude out. Probably would have. Been a little bit safer. And see, now there's this dude here just shooting off into the distance. I think there's one other dude. I didn't realize that. But that dude definitely just hit us. See, this is the thing, is like, although you think you're out of sight, and yeah, sure, you're out of sight, they still shoot around you, so you can be hiding behind some bushes and be like, oh, I'm being sneaky, they can't see me. and then you'll just get hit by like a stray bullet. It's not good. Really not good. Yeah, be careful. Gotta stay on your toes, as they say. And we've taken out a ton of them. There's not many of them left. And there's this camp that's near us that we took out that's actually on our way to there. So there's probably some stuff there that we can pick up. That's what I was thinking. When I first started playing this game, at this point I would just be like, okay, I gotta go get like arrows or something, you know? But see, we've got a pistol, you know, seeing how we've got the element of surprise again, which is kind of ridiculous. Like, these guys just let us crawl away after killing like 15 of them. Now we got element of surprise again, and we're good to go. And there was another dude I thought to our right, yeah. See, I actually like recording it this way and adding in the stuff afterwards because that lets me really listen and be alert. I think like when people do Let's Plays, it's really hard to keep track of everything. You know, it's like, it's a video game. It takes a lot. It takes your attention. Okay, so now we got our bow, it's a sharps, but it's better than nothing. Got some bullets. We got 3 people that we can see there, 1 on the right, 2 on the left. They're walking through trees, but don't mind that. I'm pretty sure one of them just walked through a tree at least. They almost saw us actually there. Think we can take them both out? Sneaky like. Probably should have done the tomahawk on this dude, but I didn't know if we had enough time. We definitely have more time than Pascal though. There we go. That leader's down. He's swiveling his head like a madman, but we're almost there. I mean, gosh, I love this game. I really do. I would be happy just playing it, but I also want to share it with you guys. So let me know, do you like the commentary? Would you watch the videos without commentary? I might just post the two and see how they do and have people vote via watch time. Because like a lot of people think if you just click on a video, then it helps the video out. YouTube's algorithm doesn't do that anymore. You have to get watch time. Like if you actually like a video, you have to watch it to the end. I should have probably said that at the beginning of the video. So I'm just going to basically go off, does this get more watch time or does the no commentary one get more watch time? And we'll see. We'll go from there, you know? And we'll figure out what I want to do in the future. I know selfishly I kind of want to just do no commentary because then it would be easier for me to just record and get it out to you guys. But also part of me knows that people like commentary, people like talking and listening. I mean, I like talking. I think you guys like listening. I don't know. I could be wrong.
I know where it is. Please leave me alone.
Did that surprise you? I was legit like conflicted. I was like, oh man, role playing as this character, you probably would just kill the dude, but A, we get more experience for it, and B, we just massacred a whole camp here. Maybe Bo here will go off and tell other people don't mess with this this tribe after seeing like 20 people just get taken out by one guy. Okay, well, it's been just about long enough. I'm gonna just say it now. Thank you for joining me. This has been Orange One.